Hello, welcome to the Taylor Law Office blog. Today's video focuses on 50-50 timesharing in Florida. It comes up quite a bit in my practice when people ask for 50-50 timesharing or want it, and also it was in the news when the Florida legislature incorporated a presumption of 50-50 timesharing into the Florida statutes. Now, the bill that would have done that ultimately failed because of a Governor Scott veto, but the proposal is that there should be a presumption of 50-50 timesharing unless certain exceptions apply, like a parent is incarcerated, or there were domestic violence in the household, or a parent lives out of state. Absent that, a parent under the proposed bill would have had to show by clear and convincing evidence that 50-50 timesharing was not in the best interest of the children. Now, that's a very steep burden to meet. So let me just give you my personal opinion on it. I don't think that having a numeric formula is actually a good idea. The current bill states as a policy that both parents should have and enjoy a substantial involvement in the children's life. But it doesn't come up with a formula, it doesn't state or articulate a formula about exactly how that should be. Now, in my own personal opinion, I think that a judge who can view the facts, take testimony, appoint a social investigator if necessary, is in a much better position to determine what is in the best interest of the children rather than a legislature who really isn't connected to each individual case. And you really can't dictate a broad policy determination, in my opinion, because families vary so much. So what I see in my practice is that sometimes both parents are substantially involved in the children's life prior to the dissolution of marriage. But in many cases, one parent is doing the majority of the parenting. The other parent may be working hard to build a business or just isn't interested. But the other parent is the one that's meeting with the children, who is interacting with the healthcare providers, who's handling the extracurricular activities. All of these things may be unequal in the relationship. Now, if the other parent seeks 50-50 timesharing, perhaps they're going to change their ways a little bit and make a commitment because of the separation, which is a great idea. Or, more commonly, I'll see a parent push for 50-50 timesharing because they want to reduce their support obligation. The amount of overnights has a huge impact on how much support a parent will pay. In a relationship where one parent has 80% of the overnights and the other parent has 20, the parent with 20 is going to be paying a lot more support than they would if they were able to get up to 50% of the overnights. Now, that becomes a problem if they're successful with 50% of the overnights getting a court to award them that, and then they disconnect from the children and they shift the burden over to the other parent, who has all of the responsibility, but they don't have the support that they're going to need to do the majority of the parenting. Now, even in an uncontested divorce here in Duval County, the judges are going to want to know, how is a 50-50 time-sharing arrangement going to work? Because it requires a lot of cooperation between the parties. You're going to have to be able to interact with the teachers to understand how the homework's progressing, extracurricular activities. All of that requires a high level of coordination between the parents, effective communication between the parents to make that work. And oftentimes judges are going to want to have testimony or take testimony to ensure that that arrangement will be carried out and it will be in the best interest of the children. Now, if you have questions about 50-50 timesharing, it's a little bit more complex than what I've just discussed here. I'd be happy to discuss it with you. You can reach me at the Taylor Law Office. My telephone number is 904-339-5298. Thank you very much and have a great day.